Steven, for the math there.
You stole that joke from Steve.
You're so welcome. It's very precise.
We're here for you. It's Infendo time. Steve, I'm gonna ask you if you have gotten the Patreon ready, and 2,
Yes.
brilliant.
Oh, hey guys, Infendo Radio is live right now.
This is true. I forgot number 2.
17 notifications from my 4 discords.
Oh, the number 2 is. Could you?
We can bitch about them.
It is cast.
Also,
yes.
Eugene, you're muted, so we can't hear anything.
But I did see you shake your head. Yes.
It is Comcast.
So that means.
Also,
yeah, fuck you, Comcast.
You guys were talking to nobody, but now we're back live. At least on Twitch, I think. Justin, can you confirm we're live on YouTube since you have that open?
We were live on YouTube a moment ago.
Yes, like
we appear to still be live on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Hot Diddy Daffodil.
Well, then let's go in before any more hiccups happen. Lucas, you'll get the point. I'm going to make a note in my Audacity. Stream show start. All right, we ready to rock?
I told you I just needed 30 seconds. Go ahead and start.
You weren't listening.
We do this as a family.
I'm not caffeinated enough.
All right, then let's start this, and then let's start this. Hold on, I need to start a little louder. How does it sound with this?
You can't buy much for $1 a month, but you can buy a shout-out on Infendo Radio.
Audio, the music is a little
/Infendo Radio, and for $1 a month,
better?
we'll read your name out loud.
better.
All right, then let me make a note. And let's go.
You can't buy much for $1 a month, but you can buy a shout-out on Infendo Radio. Head on over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio, and for $1 a month, we'll read your name out loud.
We are back. It is time to talk about Change the System. Used to be a segment where we talked about different video game systems we played. I wasn't around back then. Then it was to talk about the games we're playing. Now we do news and stuff too, because we mix it up. There was a lot of news this week, right, guys? And
a ton.
I've got stuff I'm excited for. I'm sure you all have stuff you're excited for too. Does anybody want to get started? Because if not, I'm just going to talk about Pokemon and Snap.
Go for it. I think might as well not bury the lead, right?
Oh my God, Pokemon! New Pokemon Snap is what it's called, right?
Oh, I didn't get a chance to watch the trailer for that.
Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so there's not really any like spoilers or anything. They just showed off more scenes of areas and Pokemon and all that stuff. But it looks so beautiful. And of course that means that people are already on Twitter complaining about the fact that it looks better than the Sword and Shield games and how lazy Game Freak were to make Sword and Shield.
Are we on this again?
Yeah, half the internet is going nuts about that. But but negativity aside, like, man, it just looks so good. I'm really excited to play. We don't have any details other than that, but we do have a release date, right? And please, somebody correct me because I'm almost positive I'm going to be wrong. April 2021? Yes. Oh, cool.
Yes.
I got that right.
April,
I'm bad at dates.
I can pull. I believe it's April 30th. Let me just pull my notes here.
So now between Persona 5 Strikers, Monster Hunter, and Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap, I've got a game to be excited for the next 3 months in a row. And that makes me really happy.
Yeah, it's going to be...
That's new Pokemon Snap. I mean, there's not really much else
So
to
we're
say.
not excited about Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury?
So
I have
announced in the past.
Real quick, just to
mixed
finish
feelings
the Pokemon
on
Snap
that
discussion. April 30th.
No, we've already gone past it. You're too late.
April 30th worldwide. And it is, for those of you looking to get it digital, it is 6.8 gigabytes of space.
Well, yeah, that'll happen. Actually, that might be when I buy physical. It's not like I'm going to be playing that all the time. But yeah, Justin, Bowser's Fury. That was a thing.
Bowser's Fury. Yeah. So I'm I'm a little tense on this. Like, I really enjoyed Super Mario 3D World. I wouldn't mind playing it again. I probably would mind paying $60 for it again. But let's face it, I've double dipped on almost every Wii U game that's come to the Switch, so I'll probably double dip on this one as well. And Bowser's Fury looks interesting.
I can give you some selling points on that too.
Yeah, Steve's been selling me on it all week. So.
All right. Well, one thing I've noticed from the trailer, and maybe it's misleading, but Bowser's Fury looks like it's going to be a little bit more open world.
Let Steve tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I watched an in-depth kind of breakdown. They released Tuesday, right? And then either they released the original trailer Tuesday and the second trailer Wednesday, or maybe it was Wednesday, Thursday. This is the problem with
getting into specifics.
Game is also exciting, so I might get it just for Bowser's Furry. I refuse to call it anything else. But yeah, like it really looks like it's. I was afraid it was just going to be, oh look, and here's this extra level.
Yay!
Play. Yeah. I didn't realize that this extra level was an entire, game in and of itself until the trailer. So
I think it's going to be like a 5-6 hour experience.
I want it. And I liked Mario 3D World, but kind of like you were saying, Justin, I just don't know if I can justify that level of like payment for something that I already have, right? Like if this was like a $40 buy-in, okay, you've got me. But $60 to play a game that I already 100%ed 5 times with each character, like
it's one of the few modern Mario games that I haven't 100%ed. So, that is enticing for me.
That would be a challenge.
So remind me, which one was this one? Was this the Wii U one?
This was the one with the cat.
Kitties, cats.
Yeah, the Wii U one with the cat. Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Play the 3DS game.
I liked it a lot, but I don't know that I necessarily need this again, honestly. Like, kind of like with Lucas on this one.
That's where I am. And
yeah, go ahead.
Well, and I haven't gotten Age of Calamity yet. There are several games on my wish list that are on sale right now, like ARMS and other first-party Nintendo games that don't usually go on sale. So, like, this might be a, wait a few months and buy it with gold coins or something sort of purchase.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Eugene, I didn't mean to cut you off back there. We're trying to speak when there's all the interference with like the Wi-Fi and stuff. But no, I if I had people to play it with, and I know I have the 3 of you, and it's a 4-player game, so that would be amazing, right? But let's be real, right? Like, how hard is it to get you guys together for us? Other than Steve, how hard is it to get the 4 of us?
Well, even you and I have been struggling, honestly.
Lately, yeah. So and Steve and I have already talked, and Steve's like, well, I mean, I'm already going to play it with my wife. I'm probably not going to play it with you. And we've got Monster Hunter coming out. Like,
dang, Steve, you just
I don't know, man.
Gave it to him like that, did you?
If
I was straight with him.
If I had like a COVID girlfriend right now, and we were on month like 10 of living together, and we needed something to play to like deal with the fact that we were spending all this time together.
Yeah, you've got this, you've got Skywalker Saga coming out.
The girls at my college loved this game. They loved new Super Mario Bros. Games, right? So like I feel like that would be a perfect thing for like a girlfriend, wife kind of experience. As I am single, I don't really have anybody to share that with, and I don't really have anybody online who'd be interested. So I think it's a hard pass for me, but I kind of want it. I just don't want to pay $60 for it.
I
this is a game that I
want it, and that also helps.
That would have value.
They have their own Switch now.
This is a game that I know is gonna go down in price at some point. Maybe $10. Maybe like at Walmart will have like, sometimes Walmart does that like right in the beginning. So, but we'll see. I don't know. I think I'll get it if it goes on sale, but that's about it for me.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. So, yeah, well, guys, we've talked this game's ear off, and we still have to talk about all the games we've been playing. So is there any other news we want to discuss, or should we jump into this? Because my God, like I'm bad at this.
The only other thing I want to mention is to start to say there are a lot of first-party Nintendo games and high-profile third-party Nintendo games that are on sale right now. So check that out. Clubhouse Games is on sale. ARMS is on sale. I'm going to be cleaning out my wish list probably in the next week or two, and also my eShop account. So it's about the only other news I got.
The Bit Trip games, or go ahead, Eugene, and then I'll go after.
I was just gonna say the Pokemon rumor, but like I don't know how much credence we want to put into that. That Diamond and Pearl remakes will be revealed next month, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys heard about that one.
In February, I heard that.
I hadn't even heard about that, so thank you.
Just
the
rumor,
Bit Trip
though.
games are also on sale. Runner is $4.49. All of the rest of them are $1.99. So good deal for those.
I have a little news that will go right into the games we've been playing, so let's do that. Monster Hunter Rise demo came out last week, so if you're a Monster Hunter fan like I am, and you want to try that game, which I highly recommend, give it a go. Steve and I have been reading reviews and cursing the firstborn children of the people who've been writing the reviews. If you were a Monster Hunter World person and that game was right up your alley and you feel like it fixed all the problems that Monster Hunter presented before that, you're probably going to have some issues with Rise, because Rise is a very good mix of like that Generations classic Monster Hunter feel and some of the improvements of World, right? They brought a lot of the stuff back. It's open world. The areas aren't segmented. There's no load times between areas, unlimited whetstones, items automatically merge in your inventory. There's spoken dialogue, like all that stuff is the thing. And all that stuff is toggleable. You can turn almost all of those features off if you don't like them. But it is a fusion of kind of, I guess you would say, like new age and classic Monster Hunter. I love it. I downloaded it. I didn't know the demo existed. Steve told me about it. He was still at work.
You're welcome.
I downloaded the demo. I played the demo all night. I talked to Steve about it before he could play it and drove him insane. There are 30 playable experiences on the demo, 30 hunts that you can do between two different sets of monsters. I have done 20 so far. I am expecting to total 10 hours in the demo. I love this game. I'm so excited. So that's been pre-ordered. I'm ready for that on day one in like 2.5 months. But I really like this game, guys. And
yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the demo. We only got to do the one hunt together because I was kind of pressed for time. But man, is it a good game. It feels like an evolution of Monster Hunter Generations.
Everything's
to me,
just fluid.
Which is exactly what you and I wanted in this game. So I think we're going to get an ungodly amount of time in it.
I was really happy.
I haven't pre-ordered the game yet. I'm waiting until I can actually just download it straight to the system. So that'll be probably 7 days before it comes out. But I'll be getting the deluxe edition. I do have my amiibo pre-ordered.
And we have been planning that Friday that we're both going to take off from work and just play the game all day.
Heads up, HR.
So that's a thing. Really, that's kind of it for me. I feel like I wanted to talk about other stuff, but Monster Hunter, man, that's my whole life. I've been playing Pokemon Go, and I started a town in Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Tell them about this. This is cool.
I don't really have that much to. Right, that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
So I wanted to play a game. I'm feeling that isolation COVID thing again, and I want that togetherness that you can only get from virtual friends who don't really exist and are made up of pixels. And I thought Animal Crossing, right? But I didn't really like New Horizon that much. It felt kind of robotic. I liked it in the beginning, but it grew weary on me. You guys have all heard that before. So I thought I'd boot up New Leaf because that was my like OG Animal Crossing that I played. I really liked it. Now I've got a town. I just started it today. I just met some of my new villagers and everything. I've got my amiibo cards ready to bring over my favorites and stuff. But I came up with an idea for something that I want to do, which is go back in after I've like finished this town.
This is such a cool idea.
Everything's kind of like built up and everything. I want to go into New Horizons and try to like one-to-one recreate the town with the like, you know, island creator tools, whatever they're called, the I don't even remember the term for it anymore, but like the geomancy or whatever.
Yeah.
How
yeah,
are
whatever.
you going to create the train station?
Well, I'm not going to create the train station. I'm going to create everything that I possibly can create.
Right.
I'm going to move in the same villagers with amiibo cards. I'm going to have the same river running in the same spot, move all the houses into the same spot, just do the best I can to recreate this town in HD. So then if I ever want to play, New Horizons, I've kind of got the same town. It just looks really pretty and everything. And, I can have fun with that. And that'll be a fun project because I want stuff to do in New Horizons, but I've realized New Horizons is the kind of game for the Animal Crossing people who really like decorating and making really beautiful islands. And that just isn't my core appeal in Animal Crossing. I like the day-to-day interaction with the neighbors and doing tasks and going over to their house at a certain time and celebrating birthdays and stuff. And I just feel like New Leaf does that better. So this way I kind of feel like I'll get the best of both worlds. And that's my thing. So who else has been playing fun games?
I can actually go next. So obviously I've been playing I played the Monster Hunter Rise demo. That was awesome. This weekend they did an event in Tetris 99. It was to get another Kirby theme. It was for Kirby Super Mega Fighters Deluxe 2 or whatever that game is called. I can't be bothered to remember the name because I don't have it. So I did that, and then I was talking. So my parents bought themselves a Switch for Christmas, and my mom has been playing Tetris 99, which she said that she'd never play. But it was cool because I saw her start playing it, and she texted me later that day, and she's like, yeah, I just got 15th place, in Tetris 99, which is pretty cool because she understands what's going on in it. And I was talking to her about it, and she has no idea how to fast drop, and she has no idea how to hold pieces. And she managed to get place number 15 in Tetris 99. So crazy proud of my mom. That was freaking awesome. I played a little bit of Minecraft. I got invited to what I consider to be a fairly exclusive realm by someone that I've followed for quite a bit on Twitter. I don't know that she listens. Her name is Dragon Age Mage. Got into there, planned to do some cool stuff, and I kind of just decided that I don't. So they finally patched out the cloning mechanic that I had been using, and so I was going to use
unlimited items anymore.
Right, which was kind of my whole plan, was to set up a secret cloning room, build this crazy extravagant thing, show off, and now I go back to doing it the hard way, which is fine. I'll play Minecraft however I can. But I don't want to invest that kind of time into a world that could just go away tomorrow. Because she's already said, this may just be a 1-month realm, or if, the people that she invites to it get really into it, then she may decide to keep it around. If I'm going to invest that kind of time into a realm, it's going to be a realm that I know isn't going to go anywhere, like Bamful Stamp, or what was the name of the realm that you created, Lucas?
I've already forgotten, but we're going to make a new one anyway. So it's like
right.
Pimplum or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So, if I'm going to put that kind of time into it, I want a realm that I know isn't going to go anywhere, at least until there's a mutual decision to get rid of it. So I promptly stopped playing Minecraft in favor of Minecraft Dungeons.
Big shift.
And yeah, man, am I hooked back into Dungeons. I played the Jungle Awakens DLC, which was the very first DLC that came out. And then I just didn't play it again. And then they announced the second season pass and crossplay and all that. And I'm trying to convince a buddy of mine to play the game with me again. To actually try the game. I should, for the first time, I should say. And then maybe, him and I jump on and play it together regularly. But I've been playing it again, and holy crap, is Apocalypse kicking my butt. Like, when they say Apocalypse, they mean it.
That's a difficulty mode for those of you uninitiated.
Yeah, so you've got normal, hard, Apocalypse, and then as of the second season pass, they've added Apocalypse Plus, which is a series of extra difficulties that you can add into Apocalypse once you get gear high enough to go there. I'm just playing regular Apocalypse, and I can't survive some of the early levels. I did manage to unlock all of the levels that are available, even in the DLC. So I've done the first level of all 3 DLCs. I finished Jungle Awakens before I hit Apocalypse. But of the other 2 DLCs, I've unlocked the extra level that's hidden in each of those. But yeah, so I've really been enjoying it again. That's where I spent the bulk of my time playing this weekend, and this week was in Minecraft Dungeons. So, and that is everything I know of that I've been playing.
What about Pokemon Go? Nobody said anything about Pokemon Go.
I played Pokemon Go. I got a shiny Turtwig. It was fantastic, but I didn't get a shiny Snivy, and I was trying for a whole week, and I'm really tired of having that game on 24/7, so I'm playing casual again. Eugene, how has your Pokemon Go experience been?
I thought about playing Pokemon Go for a couple of minutes.
It's there. I haven't gotten it. I got real. I think I'd said last week that I was trying to complete the last part of that the task to catch like all the Pokemon from whatever region it was. I couldn't do it. There was one Pokemon I needed to catch, and I didn't catch it, and it really turned me off. Actually, it made me mad. So. Yeah, I haven't played Pokemon as regularly as I would really have liked, but that's fine. I'm still playing it a little bit, kind of off and on. I have it on right now, actually, so, there's that. But the game that I really put some time into this week, I briefly touched on it last week, Half-Life Alyx, VR game. Yeah. It's fun. I don't know that I love it, though. It's a really, don't get me wrong, it's like it's one of the best showcases of VR that there is, for sure. But I'm scared.
But that's kind of a low bar.
No, I'm just scared. It's a great game. No, honestly, it's a fantastic game. I'm just scared of it. It's a horror game almost, like there's a lot of jump scares. It reminds me a lot of Half-Life 1, if you guys have ever played that one, where it's kind of you're solo, isolated. It's trying to do a lot of jump scares with headcrabs coming at you. But this time the headcrabs are jumping at like your actual face. Like the thing about it is, my experience with VR is I don't like to sit in VR for more than like an hour or two at a time, because then I just like I don't know, I just get VR sick, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So this game is a long game, like there's puzzles, like it's long. So I don't know. I kind of wish that this was a non-VR game, but I can see that they've done a lot of things that are VR only that are really cool. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of cool puzzles, a lot of cool elements to the game that that make it really awesome. But again, I don't like horror games. I like Resident Evil is like the most.
Why are you playing?
Because I don't know, it's Half-Life. You got to play a Half-Life game, right?
But
I have never played a Half-Life game. So
I loved them back in the day.
Unless you count Portal.
I count Portal-ish.
The Half-Life experience is really, really fun. Like you can tell that the people that made this game, knew Half-Life. Yeah. They're trying to, forward the story. I will say though that when out of all of the VR games that I've played, this one is probably the most polished, or one of the most polished games out there. So, credit to Valve for that. What else? Other than that, I downloaded a bunch of games over like the holiday break and otherwise, because I got like gift cards and stuff, but I haven't booted up any of them. Let's see if I can remember the games that I've downloaded and haven't played. I downloaded Hades and haven't played it. I really want to play it. It looks really cool. I downloaded the what is that one called? The one that just released. Is it Spelunky, I think? Is that one that's out, or is that one not out yet?
Pretty sure that's an old game.
Well, yeah, it's an old game,
but it just released on the Switch, I think.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes, that does sound about right.
Because there was, okay, then I think I'm thinking of the right game.
It was in that indie showcase, and you were ashamed of me because I had completely forgotten about it.
Steve, you are our Slippy, and I appreciate you so much.
See, because I haven't played it, but there's 1 and 2 I'm pretty sure came out, and Spelunky 2 is supposed to be really fun, and I've never played the original, so let's go. What other games did I purchase? The list goes on.
While you're thinking about that, Eugene, I have 41% of my games on my Switch I've never even booted up.
Oh my god, that's scary.
I am embarrassingly, it's not quite that bad, but I have quite a few games I've never booted up as well.
So can I tell a little story real quick while we're kind of talking about games that we've bought that we haven't played yet? Because I've
let me just say the last game that I bought that I haven't played because I remembered it. I bought Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, and I haven't booted it up yet. But yeah. See, I'm telling you, there's all this stuff that's just sitting on my hard drive.
I'll be interested to hear what you have to say.
Go ahead.
So yeah, and then I promise, Justin, we haven't forgotten you.
I don't have a whole lot to talk about anyway, so mine will be quick.
So there's this game that just dropped on Switch that's been out for a little while on others, on Steam at least, called Sense, a cyberpunk story. And the thing that the reason that it got attention from me is that it was under fire. There was criticism over the art style and how they represented the main character. She's got this very voluptuous body, huge chest, big hips, and all that stuff. And according to the creators, they've received death threats over the design of the character, and
that seems valid.
So there's some people that are saying that the creator maybe blew this out of the water and took one example and went nuts with it to get more publicity. There are other people who are saying it's legitimate. I don't know, but either way, it was a game that was kind of on my watch list, not just because of the super curvy, voluptuous cyborg lady, but also because it's a really interesting kind of like detective story set in like a cyberpunk universe, and that really kind of appealed to me. So I was watching it before it came out. Once it released and that news story dropped, I downloaded it immediately because if it does get pulled or changed, I want to have it, before things go belly up. So I figured, I might as well bite the bullet and download that and see what that's all about. So I've yet to dive into it, but that's on my watch list, and it wouldn't have been if I hadn't heard about it through all the controversy and stuff. So that's a fun little tidbit to take home with you.
Oh, the old Mortal Kombat effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
This game is evil. Now everyone buys it.
Shh. So that's my life. But Justin, what have you been playing? Because we haven't talked about you yet. I'm genuinely curious to know.
Yeah, actually, technically, that's called the Barbara Streisand effect. You can look that on.
Was that the thing where they took photos of her mansion and she sued because they took photos of the mansion, and then like everybody looked at the photos of the mansion and it became a whole news story?
Well, right, it was even better than that. Well, not this has anything to do with games, but yeah, they took photos of her mansion.
Steve, what has this show become?
Not knowing that it was her mansion. Then she sued them for taking photos of her mansion, and then everybody knew that it was her mansion and started taking photos of it.
Yeah, so, and she like lost all of her privacy and everything. Yeah.
So anyway, I really haven't played a whole lot. I have not booted up my Xbox in weeks. I have not put on a VR headset in possibly months. I'll sit and play my Switch for a little while every night. I'll, find my, I'll plant my money tree in Animal Crossing and maybe.
Oh, I bet you will.
Buy a couple of things and just kind of stare at my menu for a long time. Mostly what I've been playing are retro games, arcade games, pinball games. I did end up breaking down and getting Mortal Kombat Ultimate Edition off of the eShop. I already had Mortal Kombat and the first character pack.
Are we talking 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had bought the cartridge of Mortal Kombat 11, and then I bought the first character pack when it was on sale one time, but then stopped buying things because I'm like, one of these days they're going to release all of the DLC in one package and it'll go on sale.
It's always within a year.
Right. And I'm like, I may as well just hold off. And so around Christmas time, it was, I think, $42 for the Ultimate. I said, yeah, I may as well just get this and have it. So I've been playing that on and off. It's still fun. I did end up getting that 8BitDo arcade stick for Christmas. I have very little to say about it because I have done almost no playing of my Switch on my TV, but hopefully I'll get some experience with that tonight. But
I picked up an 8-bit Do controller as well. I got the SN30 Pro, which is the Super Nintendo controller with joysticks, rumble, and motion.
Is that the one with the with like the PlayStation style grips, or is that the one that's
it's just like it's a Super Nintendo controller. They've just added 2 joysticks at the bottom.
That's the same one I have.
That's a nice controller.
Yeah, that's a very good controller, especially for retro games like Shantae, Shovel Knight. And playing, I use it when I'm playing like Super NES and NES games on the TV. But yeah, like really there's not anything exciting to say. I haven't really played much of anything. I've just been kind of bouncing around from game to game. Hopefully I'll get something played in the next week worth talking about. But what is happening in the Discord?
Well, anyway, I guess. So I guess in the interest of keeping the show coherent and mildly together, do we have any question block questions, Steve? That would probably have been something
we do
before we started.
Excellent. We have 2, as a matter of fact.
Let's ask those and then answer them like we usually do.
All right, I'm pulling those up as we speak. I should have those prepared. There they are.
You know what I love questions, because questions are really the answers of the brain, right? They answer the questions that we've yet to question within ourselves. Oh, are we ready? Oh, sorry.
Yep, we're ready.
Let's go.
All right. I was quick on the draw. What can I say? I have Discord at the ready. All right. So Schnazzy One asks, what is a scenario you want to be able to take a picture of in Pokemon Snap?
Okay. I have to think about this, but
I just thought of some news that we didn't talk about, but oh well.
Oh well.
Let's answer the question first.
Yeah, so I know that mine is definitely going to involve Snorlax to some capacity, but I have to think about it. Ooh, I know what it is. I want a Snorlax, and I want my Snorlax to be snuggling up real close to a Whelmer, and I just want to take a picture of the 2 big boys.
So mine is semi-similar, but in a much worse way. Fun fact, you guys, did you know that a Wailord and a Skitty can breed?
What?
So I want a photo of a Wailord.
Skeptical.
I want a photo of a Wailord.
No, look at the egg groups, I promise.
Breeding with a Skitty. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Remember, Justin, we do competitive Pokemon. And we know how these things work.
Then I'm going to get arrested by Officer Jenny, but it will have been worth it.
I want Surfing Pikachu again.
I'll take almost positive you'll get that.
Did the other Pokemon Snap have Pokemon battling? Because I'd like to take pictures of Pokemon battling.
Well,
you could irritate them.
There were a couple where like they would butt heads every now. Like you'd have a couple of Pokemon fighting each other, but it wasn't like a full on like Pokemon battle, right? It was just kind of like, oh, the Charizard is angry at the mouth.
That would be cool to have to like fly by like on a blimp or something and take the cool picture of like the Pokemon battle in the stadium that's happening between Ash and Gary or something, you know?
There's actually a YouTube video of a guy who's made like a custom Pokemon Snap level kind of animation thing called City, where it's like you're flying through a city and there's a Pokemon battle happening, like Mewtwo versus. It's pretty cool, actually. I kind of like watching that one. Justin.
I want a picture of Snorlax using Fly. That'll be.
Good luck.
Could be interesting.
You know the old video from Pokemon Stadium. Honestly, as excited as I am, we're getting a new Pokemon Snap. I'd rather have a new Pokemon Stadium. But
bite your tongue.
All
right, Steve. What else have you got for us?
Our final question for the evening comes from Colt Cube in our Discord, and he asks, "What is your favorite holiday?" Favorite holiday is Halloween, hands down, period, end of story. Always has been, always will be.
It used to be when I was a kid, but like now it's just. I guess now that I have a kid, maybe that'll change.
There's plenty of good things about Halloween. I'm not getting into them here.
Fair. Go ahead, Justin. Looks like
I'm
you
gonna
got
go last because I'm testing all of you.
Oh, no.
My two favorite holidays
Steve's mom's birthday.
My two favorite holidays are, of course, Halloween and Christmas. I don't like either one of them as much as I used to. Halloween, my parents live in a big old Queen Anne Victorian house at the end of what used to be a dimly lit street in the middle of town. That explains
so much.
So every Halloween, I would just go all out on decorations and make it look all haunted and spooky. I'd have sound effects and decorations and black lights, and I'd do cobwebs all over the front hall and dress up and all that. But since I moved to and back from Florida, I haven't, really been able to do that much, if at all. And definitely since I moved, to about 80 miles away from my parents' house, I don't do it at all because I got kids to take trick-or-treating. Christmas used to be my other favorite holiday. And I suppose when you take all the holidays into account, they're both still my favorite holidays, but I hate wrapping presents. And since it is now my responsibility to help Santa with the preparation of Christmas, it's now more work than it is fun. Plus, I don't get anything anymore. I'm not the kid. I have the kids.
Let me tell you a secret about Christmas and wrapping crap. It's called bags and tissue paper.
Mm-hmm. That's what my parents did this year. It was awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, if I'm giving it to somebody else, then yeah. But
so once again, I am the polar opposite of Justin. My favorite holiday was and continues to be Christmas. I basically, it's a month-long, thing for me. I'm getting the Christmas music. I'm doing the planning.
It's still my favorite. I just don't love it as much as I used to.
I love the gift giving more than I love the gift receiving. I consider okay. Fun fact about me, I consider present giving to be like a skill that most people suck at, but I think I'm
why you're a good gift giver.
I think I'm pretty good.
Sent me you
good at gifts. Like I like to really think about a person and think about what they might actually like and get them something that I think they like, and I think I do a good job at it. So like that's like a personal challenge for me. Side note, I also tend to be very judgmental of gifts that I get from people when it's nothing that I want, and I'm like, do they really think that I wanted this? Like,
you sound like my wife.
but I love gift giving, and honestly, like anything you get me, like the fact that you got me something feels amazing. If you can get me something that like I didn't even know I wanted, it's like you're amazing to me. You're a god to me. But I like making people happy, and giving presents is a really easy way to do that. So that's, part of my jam, I guess. Eugene, what about you?
I'm gonna take the cheater's way out on this one because I'm technically gonna mention two holidays.
Birthday.
No, I'm gonna mention two holidays because I consider basically from Thanksgiving to Christmas, like that, 30-day span. That's kind of like a whole holiday for me. Like we go kind of all out, we'll do like we had 3 trees this year, like 3 Christmas trees up in our house. We have, the advent calendar sometimes, the whole thing.
That's just extended Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, that's kind of my favorite time of year.
Ooh, I did the advent calendar this year. It was fun.
If I had to choose one, it would be Christmas, I think. But like, I think from Thanksgiving to Christmas is just great. And that includes my birthday and my wife's birthday. So, there you go. And Steve's birthday for that matter.
That's nice. That's nice too.
Good
I do really enjoy my own birthday. There's nothing better than a celebration of oneself to remind oneself that they are, in fact, the center of the universe.
Woot.
Exactly.
And that's the question block, and that is Infendo Radio. So once again, we apologize if things got a little choppy for you live stream viewers, but we appreciate you watching all the same. I don't think we have anything else to do, so this is the part of the show where we all leave and go away for a week. Have a wonderful...
We did forget to mention the red and blue Mario themed Switch that's coming out in the news, so that's exciting.
Yes,
it's probably already sold out.
There's a red and blue Mario Switch coming out, so
that's exciting for you crazy consumerists. I have to ask a question. Who's actually going to buy it? Who's going to sell their system and buy it? Justin, I'm looking at you. So I'm looking square at you.
Nope.
I'm
a hard pass.
I was the guy who every time Nintendo released a new 3DS or not 3DS, no 3DS and original DS, I would keep buying new. I had about 3 or 4 different types of Game Boy Advances.
I've never done this.
But my issue is I'm still waiting for them to announce whatever the upgrade to the Switches that we keep hearing rumors about, and I would hate to spend all that money on a Switch and then have it be obsolete within a year. So
considering they were the best-selling console in Japan last year, it's not going to happen this year.
I'm gonna. I would,
except they have competition now. So
the only time I would buy another Switch is if, like you said, if it's an upgrade. Like, I don't need another Switch just because of a color. Like,
I mean, this will be an upgrade. It will be the new processor with the better battery life and the better screen and all that. But
I think I've told this story before on the show, so I'm sorry in advance. But I bought.
We have new listeners. It's fine.
I finally bought a new 2DS XL a year and a half ago.
Because your L button was broken.
Right. My L button was broken. One of my sticks was pulling to one side.
He trained me how to play Monster Hunter on a broken 3DS.
Yeah. I make very good use of a system, but when they do break, I buy the one that I want. Right? I'm not a trade-in person. I have a little bit of that weird thing where I know my stuff isn't alive, but I do that thing where I put emotion into things that I own. So it's I can't get rid of old broken Switch with the busted back. It's my Switch. I named that system Chippy in the system settings. That's God. Chippy, man. I can't get rid of Chippy.
Funny story. As long as we still got a few minutes left in the show, and
we do now that we're doing
we're kind of shooting the crap here. Back when I worked at a used game store, somebody traded in a Super Nintendo that was just in beautiful condition. No discoloration, no scratches or anything. And I traded in my Super Nintendo that I had, which was kind of yellowy and used for that one. And I remember when somebody bought it, I almost cried because I'm like, this was the very first video game system I ever bought with my own money that I earned, and I've had it for all these years. And I told her, I can promise you this system will work, and it will work forever because this is my baby that you are taking home. I still have the system that I traded it for, though, and
when I was a kid,
modded it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a similar experience because I didn't have money and I wanted the new stuff, right? So I sold I think it was my Super Nintendo to buy the Nintendo 64 or something like that. So I sold my games, everything, and I regretted it almost instantly.
With the exception of selling my 3DS to upgrade to a 3DS XL or to upgrade within a generation, within a product line, I have never sold a system to upgrade to a new system. I kept my Super Nintendo when I got my N64. I kept my N64 when I got the GameCube, and so on, et cetera, et cetera. The only time I've ever done a trade-in is, I traded in, my 3DS for a 3DS XL. And then I traded in my 3DS XL for a new 3DS XL,
Hey, guys, I think the first system I ever bought with my own money was the Switch. I'm just realizing.
God, you're young.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that was the first. Young and pampered, I guess. A combination of the two.
I have not bought a game system with my own money since the new 3DS XL. So
old and pampered.
I have very good friends.
Wow.
The Game Boy Color and Link's Awakening DX were the first ones I bought with my own money.
Oh, I bought a Game Boy Pocket, and Donkey Kong Land 2. That was the first portable I ever bought for myself.
All right. I have a duty as host now to stop the madness. So we're calling it here. Thank you all for watching. You know the drill. Bye-bye. We'll be back next week. We love you all.
Yes,
Peace.
Lucas has a duty, so he has to run and do that.
Bye-bye!
See you real soon.
And in case we don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Oh man, I haven't used that.
It's all messed up. It's all messed up.
Oh, dear Lord.
All right.
That's what we got. So
I have 18 minutes worth of recording before it froze.
Right. Let's sync Justin up now because his audio cut out.
And 3, 2, 1. Justin, you're not clapping.
Anyway, I have 18 minutes worth of recording before my computer froze.
I don't need that. I just need you to clap. Let's clap in 3, 2, 1. So we can sync. Okay. All right.
Okay, what time you got, Justin?
What's your time?
This was 5:77, right?
No, what
Yeah,
time
what
was your
was your
clap?
time?
Eugene needs your time.
He's trying to sync you.
What we synced at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, but then you lost your audio.
Start.
Right, and I didn't restart the recording because I thought we were going to sync at the next break, and then we didn't take a break.
Oh, so after your
so
audio
you were waiting.
stops.
So you were waiting to start your audio until we synced.
So what you're saying is
Right.
after your audio stops, then Eugene needs to pull your Zoom audio.
Oh, you
Right.
don't have any audio that you didn't record at all?
He's
I
got the
have
first 18
18
minutes before.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
well,
the
this
first
show is
18
this show
minutes,
is
and
where this show is literally going to be scrapped because my audio wasn't working, so we have no Zoom backup.
Well, and here's the other thing. Like, even if you could, Eugene, this was rough from a like technical standpoint. You were way off sync because of the Wi-Fi stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
It would have been hell. It would have been hell to edit. Like, honestly,
did
we're
I
not
miss
gonna-
something? What's going on with your internet, Eugene?
just a bad night.
So
All
you,
right,
so
so
you
this
didn't you didn't
was a
restart
lost
your
episode.
Oh no. Okay, well, I guess that sucks.
What? All right, there is a solution. It's a shitty one, but I can rip the audio from the YouTube.
No, it's going to be
And
the
we'll
same
just
thing.
put it up.
It's going to be the same. You're not
can try,
understanding
but-
because my internet is bad,
Justin,
right?
yeah.
So you guys are choppy coming in on my end. So anything that is being
Yeah.
posted to YouTube or Twitch is going to be the same bad audio.
Yeah, and I got reports from one of our Twitch people, Fallen Devil Chick, who is a friend of friend's wife basically. She says our stream was fairly glitchy tonight, and I just was like, yeah, Eugene's having some internet issues. Comcast sucks. It'll be back to normal next week.
All right, so this was just a lost episode then, guys. Just got to make the best of it.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Excuse me.
Oh well.
It was fun though.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Hey,
well, I
it
guess
was-
I will
it was-
catch you later on. I'm going to go sleep because I'm tired. See ya.
Okay, I'll